This anime begins with Rance stressing out about how to defeat Yulong and her powerful ultimate skill. He consults Mylene Willis about it, but they suggest the power of luck. Pulpatanks asks Rance if he's going up against Yulong, and Rance assures her that it'll be easy for him. A man nearby tells Rance he's not good enough to beat Yulong, causing a small fight in the bar. As Pulpatanks calms them down, the city guard enters and calls out for Rance. When Rance asks who he is, the guard takes off his mask. It's the ninja master who Rance fought with, thanking him for their match the other day. Ninja Master hands him a magic scroll that can change his personality. He talks with the others in the bar, while Rance thinks of greasing up Yulong's sword so it slides off of him. The others agree with his idea and Pulpatank supports it. Rance plays his instrument as Seal runs up to him, calling out for him. Rance pretends not to know her, causing Seal to whine. Rance bonks her on the head and gets angry at her for not coming to him right away after being called. Rance consults her about his upcoming fight with Yulong, but he's distracted by her twin personalities. Before he can start training with her, Seal suggests that Rance oils himself up so Yulong's sword slides off. Rance bonks her again, saying her idea is unworthy of consideration. He playfully reprimands her by using the personality-changing scroll, causing her to suddenly get more assertive. Seal pins him down and takes control of their training session. Seal gives Rance no mercy as they're training, making sure his sword is nice and polished. After receiving Rance's special experience serum, Seal passes out. Rance stands up and fixes his appearance, ranting about Seal's assertiveness. When he tries to kick her, his foot slips because of her slippery skin, making him seriously consider the oil idea for his fight against Yulong. Rance visits the shop for ingredients, but the price surprises him. He tries to steal a handful behind Patty's back, but Rance is instantly shocked. Patty looks at him and says that it shocks those who don't have enough money. Rance complains that his reward money isn't even enough to pay for it, and Patty explains that the year's harvest didn't go well. Rance demands a discount, and Patty introduces him to their eating contest where the winner can take any ingredients home if they finish all the food. He quickly devours the plate of noodles and returns home all bloated. He apologizes to Horikawa for not getting her ingredients, but Horikawa doesn't mind and wishes him luck in his fight against Yulong tomorrow. Rance arrives at the Colosseum and Minad wishes him luck. Rance and Yulong face each other in the arena. Rance tells Yulong that once he wins, he'll get the Ghostbuster sword from her and a cultural exchange session. Yulong scoffs at his boastfulness and looks forward to whatever trick is up Rance's sleeve to fend off her sword. Rance charges toward her and Yulong circles around him for a charge attack. When her sword touches Rance's armor, it simply slides off. Yulong falls to the side and Rance pounces on her. Yulong defends herself with her sword and they start sword fighting. Yulong is thrilled about the new fighting style, but Rance quickly gains the upper hand and takes her down. Rance is crowned the victor as he helps Yulong stand up. He laughs maniacally knowing that Yulong has to fulfill her promise. Yulong readily gives him her sword, but Rance only has one thing on his mind. Yulong blushes and Rance wastes no time to drag her away. He quickly takes her to a guest room where they have a rematch and a cultural exchange to celebrate. Rance uses his sword on her so well that her personality changes. After their match is done, Rance congratulates her with his special experience serum to level up. Yulong gears up and hands her sword to Rance. She expresses how she felt a moment of freedom when they were having a rematch. Before Yulong leaves, Rance suggests she wear more feminine clothing since he now owns her. He gives her an order, but Yulong is a strong, independent woman and tells him that they are their own person. Rance arrives at the haunted mansion where he easily defeats the ghosts with Yulong's Ghostbuster sword. A spirit of a girl appears, and Rance asks her if she's the leader of all the ghosts. With tears in her eyes, she shifts into an orb and leads him somewhere. As Rance chases after the spirit, a girl's cries ring out. A horrific memory flashes in Rance's head, where the spirit named Lavender is treated like a toy by Leah. Rance regains his composure and sees Lavender's spirit pointing towards a room. Rance follows it and recognizes the room from the memory. He hears her scream once more and sees another memory of Lavender getting tattooed. Rance clutches his head and he kneels on the ground, horrified at what he's seeing. Rance finds Lavender's diary inside a room. Lavender was once a student at Paris Academy where Seal studies. She writes about being mistreated by two girls every time the clock strikes 9, up until 11. Rance looks at the grandfather clock and realizes he's in the middle of Lavender's nightmare hours. Feeling disgusted, he turns the clock hand to 11. Lavender appears behind him and thanks him for ending her nightmare. Lavender explains that her soul is tied to the mansion. She sadly tells Rance that their playtime didn't end even when she was gone, as they brought another girl as her replacement. Lavender cries as she explains she tried to stop Princess Leah from harming anyone else but failed as a ghost. She tries to seek comfort in Rance's arms but only passes through him. Rance assures her that he'll make Leah pay for her wrongdoings. Lavender informs him that Hikari is nearby before fading away. Rance rushes to save Hikari but finds her in a terrifying state. He carries her out of the mansion and is seen by Menad. Rance places Hikari in Menad's arms and informs her that the culprit is inside Lisa's castle. As Maris stands before the entrance of Leah's room, a menacing smile graces her face. Rance bursts into Leah's room and announces that the ghosts in the mansion are gone. Leah is happy, but Rance directly confronts her about her misdeeds. Leah admits it with no hesitation and says it's fun, sinisterly expressing the joy and looking at the reactions of her toys. Rance is in disbelief that Leah gave him information about Hikari while she had her imprisoned. Leah explains she built Paris Academy to search for new toys and hints that she's going after Syl next. Rance gets triggered and asks what she's done to her, and Leah replies that her ninja Ken-2 has most likely captured Syl. Rance wastes no time to attack her, but Maris stops him and uses magic to knock him out. Rance soon wakes up chained to a chair. There are toys prepared, and Leah is ready to start playing dress-up with him. Leah exclaims that Rance makes a perfect pet for her, a pet that would pounce on girls she chooses. She offers that he'll be able to make the girls level up as much as he wants, but Rance rejects her offer. Leah is dejected and picks up a syringe to inject him, but Ken-2 bursts in, interrupting her. Ken-2 apologizes for letting Syl escape, and a burst of light suddenly appears in the doorway. Maris feels threatened by the strong magic, and Rance is relieved by Syl's appearance. Syl knocks Leah and Maris away, setting the room on fire. She rescues Rance just as the fire sprinklers are activated. Others are alerted by the commotion and hurry to check what happened. Meanwhile, Maris escapes with Leah in her arms behind the smoke. Minad, Ninja Master, and others arrive at the room, only to be surprised when they see Rance. Rance asks them for help to search for the hidden exit, and then Patty and Millie suddenly appear with a metal detector. The detector reveals the hidden room and Rance pays her for her help. A flood of monsters appears, and the gang works as a team to wipe them out. Rance and Syl run off to find Leah and Maris while the others take care of the monsters, but Ken-2 flanks them. Rance blocks her with his sword and easily shoves her away. Rance questions where Leah is, but Ken-2 says she'll protect Leah and defeat him. Ken-2 uses magic to fight back, but Rance easily strikes her. He asks her why she feels obligated to protect someone like Leah, and Ken-2 replies that Leah saved her life before, calling her a good woman. Ken-2 refuses to reveal Leah's location, so Rance does some hand tricks to get it out of her. Meanwhile, Leah and Maris take a break from running away after Leah gets tired. Ken-2 eventually confesses and leaks the passageway after she can't handle the 4 little piggies. Rance successfully captures Leah right as Maris returns. She attacks Rance, but he blocks her and orders Syl to put Leah to sleep. Rance prepares to reprimand Maris, ready to use her as a sword sharpening tool. Maris struggles to sharpen Rance's sword properly. Rance suggests he gets Leah's help as she's asleep, but Maris refuses and takes the assignment seriously this time. During the sword sharpening event, Leah wakes up in shock at the sight of Maris. Rance is happy with Maris' sharpening skills and allows her to have his experience serum. When it's Leah's turn, Maris throws a rock at Syl to free Leah then. Before Rance can chase her, Maris blocks him and goes berserk with her magic staff. Although she has become too weak to handle the power, Maris continues to fight and defend Leah. She explains that Leah was a nice child, but her heart shattered when her brothers started to fight for the throne. Rance blames her for not mending Leah's heart from the pain, leaving Maris heartbroken on the ground. When Rance and Syl catch up to Leah, Leah offers him to become her subordinate or grant him the highest military position. Rance grabs her and makes her sharpen his sword, avenging those who were wronged by her. After his sword is sharpened, Rance teaches her many lessons on how to become cultured. Pitying her low level, he donates much of his experience serum to level her up. Rance is satisfied with his work and indulges in his new wealth after saving Hikari. Syl brings him back to reality when she informs him that Leah is at his door wearing a wedding dress. Rance plans to escape through the back door, but Minad is outside seeking answers from him. Rance jumps out the window with Syl, afraid of commitment, and refuses to be tied down. During a fireworks celebration, Syl tries to make her move on Rance, and Rance wraps his arm over her shoulders. Subscribe for more videos like this. In the end, don't forget the like button and algorithm say you well like this video.